I've declared the year 2013 as the year of fiction. You know, Hollywood produced 3 movies in the past that had their setting in the year 2013. Rather interesting. The first one was starring Kurt Russell. Back in the mid-90s, the movie was called Escape from L.A. It was about an earthquake that took place, disaster happened, part of California became an island off the country, and they made L.A. a place for prisoners. It was a prison mainly for immoral people, because the president, an evil Christian who was an all-time president, he had set up a rule that if you weren't following the Christian morality, then you got sent to prison or something like that. So one of those things. The other movie, though, was with one of my favorite actors, Kevin Costner, in probably the worst movie ever, called The Postman. That's where a nuclear war had taken place and society had been destroyed, technology wiped out. Costner's part, he was starving and cold at the beginning of the movie, found a coat that had been a postman's coat, and he slept in a little postman car of some kind, and he found all these letters that had never been delivered, and then he founded the town, began to deliver them, giving the people hope, and you know the rest of the story. The other movie was with Keanu Reeves just a few years ago, called The Scanner Darkly. Funny thing about that was, not only was it set in the year 2013, but the very basis of the movie was to say that America had lost its war on drugs. So maybe it wasn't fiction after all. But still, these were fictional movies placed interesting enough in the year 2013. Now, as a political commentator that I try to be, with all of this fiscal cliff stuff that we've been hearing about, with all the stuff that's going to be coming up in the months ahead, debt ceiling and more, spending cuts, the thing I'm beginning to realize is that Washington and our politicians are more fiction than they are truth and reality, and that scares me just a little bit. So maybe our New Year's resolution this year should be holding our politicians accountable for the truth. Because I got to tell you, in politics, there's winners and there's losers. And even though they say that we in the 98, 99% are the winners in this fiscal cliff thing, I do not believe it for a second. Let's hold their feet to the fire this year. Let's make them speak the truth, do the right thing, and try to maybe save this country for once instead of saving themselves.